Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing with you how I make the simplest, most delicious meatball soup. Now this recipe comes from my mom, except for a few tweaks that I do just because I like it a little bit spicy. And it's going to look something like this. It's perfect for the cold weather, and it's perfect when you just, you know, sometimes you just want soup. You want something warm, something to make you feel at home. And this is the perfect dish. The prep time is under 20 minutes. The cooking time is about 45 minutes. So, if you guys want to learn how I make my delicious and super easy meatball soup, please keep watching. And if you haven't subscribed, I invite you to subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. For today's recipe, we're going to need chicken bouillon, 6 ounces of tomato paste, 10 ounces of diced tomatoes with habaneros, and these are optional, salt and pepper, ground cumin, carrots, 2 carrots, 2 celery stalks, 1 squash, 5 potatoes, 6 garlic cloves, half a whole onion and 1 tomato, 1 pound of ground beef, half a diced onion, 1 egg, 1/2 of a cup of jasmine rice, 2 tablespoons of fresh mint, 2 tablespoons of parsley, 1 tablespoon of oregano, and that is all we will need. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do before even making the meatballs is I'm going to make the sauce that's going to go with the water that's going to cook the meatballs and the vegetables. So, we're going to add our tomato, 3 garlic cloves, and our half an onion. Then we're going to go ahead and add some chicken bouillon. And we're going to do about a tablespoon. If we need to add more, we'll just go ahead and add more to taste as the soup cooks. And we're going to add our tomato paste and our diced tomatoes. Okay, we're going to add our diced tomatoes, our tomato paste, probably need a spoon for this because it's quite thick. And like I said, the diced tomatoes with the habanero, you can totally omit that. I'm only adding it because I want this soup to have some kind of spice. We're going to add about a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Again, you can omit this as well. This is a spicy meatball soup. So without these items, you can still continue the recipe as is. And now we're going to fill up our blender with about 6 cups of water. Once we've added our 6 cups of water, we're going to go ahead and blend. We'll start off with low. Now that our little sauce is all fully blended, we're going to dump it in a pot. And we're going to add more water to this pot because I want more juice. So I'll probably add a few more cups to fill it up. So I added about 6 more cups of water. And while that boils, we're going to prepare our meatballs. Okay, so first we're going to add our ground beef to the bowl. And I like to wear gloves just because it makes the whole process a little bit cleaner. we're going to add our half a cup of rice. We're going to add our egg. Our half of diced onion. Our parsley. Our mint. Our oregano. And this is fresh oregano from my mom's garden, so it's that much better. Ground cumin, about a teaspoon. I'm going to add some garlic powder as well because I love the garlic flavor. We're going to add our 3 garlic cloves, and I went ahead and I minced them. When I mince the garlic, it gives it a more potent flavor. I find it to be delicious. So, last but not least, we're going to add our salt and pepper to taste. Now, don't worry if you don't know how to measure the salt. The meat doesn't have to be too flavorful since the soup will be. It's better to undersalt than oversalt. Okay, now that we have all our ingredients, we're going to go ahead and mix and make our meatballs. Now, while my soup is cooking, I'm going to build some meatballs and put them in this foil. And then once my soup boils, I'll throw in the vegetables and then I'll throw in my meatballs. So we're just going to mix with our hand and try not to make a mess. Maybe use a bigger bowl than I did. And the egg will help the ground beef stick. All right, now that our ground beef is fully mixed, we're just going to grab our beef and create little meatballs. Now the size is all dependent on how big you want them. I know some people make them pretty big. I like them small. So I like them about this size. So we'll just place them there and we'll continue to make our meatballs. And so while you're doing this, your soup is doing its thing, so you're not wasting time. And this is honestly the last step. I mean, once we make the meatballs, we just add the vegetable to the soup. We add the meatballs to the soup and just let it cook for about 45 minutes. And so we'll continue to do this and I'll fast forward to when the soup is ready. Okay, so here's our soup and it's been cooking the whole time while I was making the meatballs. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add the potato. And I did some big chunks and some small ones. The squash. Now we're going to add our carrots. in our celery. Okay, so once we've added all our vegetables to our soup, we're going to go ahead and bring it to a boil before we add our meatballs. Now that our soup has come to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and put in my meatballs. So I'm going to put in 3 at a time and gently release them into the soup. And I made about 12 meatballs with a pound of ground beef. And that's the last of it. Make sure they're submerged. And now we're going to let it boil for another 40 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and cover it. And the heat is at medium. So I'll check back in 40 minutes. All right, so our soup has been boiling for about 40 minutes. And it looks ready for us. Look at that. Looks perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and serve myself a bowl. Okay, now here is my soup served. I'm going to go ahead and put some lemon on it. I'm going to put a few pieces of avocado. And some cilantro for garnish. And there we have it. Now here is a close-up of what our soup looks like. It smells delicious. It tastes amazing. And it's perfect for the fall and winter. Not to mention, it's very healthy. All right, guys, and there you have it. This delicious meatball soup. It is so savory. It has the right amount of spices and herbs. The lemon gives it a different flavor, and it actually didn't come out spicy like I thought it would. So maybe next time I'll add a few serranos. We'll see. I hope you guys give this a try, as it's perfect for this winter, for the fall. It's healthy, it's perfect for when you're sick, and it's very, very quick. The cooking time is about, 45 minutes. Otherwise, the prep time was under 20 minutes. So I hope you give it a try, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.